The third piece, I will not explain all the pieces, but just because three different things, is Dön Daphne Dover schön macht, this wonderful melody. This is not difficult. There is a different division of this variazioni of this melody. But this is very interesting for us for explain how we can to play Van Eyck. I think that if you see the half, the 16th note semichrome, demi-croche, and you see, but I will play this. Okay, this is okay. But for this reason, you had to play the melody and this is not a melody. This is a church Gregorian. So my suggestion is that you have to play the melody with the correct time. The first modo, the second modo with the correct time, and you have to study the quicker modo, third, fourth, fifth, separated, but not to make this melody so slow that it's not more a melody. This is a canzone, a song. In my old score, there is this V for when you have to take a, and I think that when I was young, they made. Then I see that I cancel this and I put in the fourth bar. And sometimes, in some pieces, I see that I cancelled also this one and it made 8 bar. What is the reason? Because I'm playing quickly? Not exactly. Because I am able to use better the air that I am inside in my body. This is the problem. We have air for making a lot of bar, but we are not able to take all our air and to use, especially the beginning, because if I have 5 kilo of I 5 liter, there's not 5 kilo, 5 liter I, and it's not easy to use sweet at the few R at the beginning. This is the question, but I think that you are trying to make sentence of 8 bar in one air and one fiato, it will be good. It's a wonderful melody. Wonderful. It's easy to remember it when you play the division. I think that the question is just to remember this melody. For example, when you have and when you notice the melody, you will play better. Each bar follows the other with a melodical relationship. There is a lot to tell about how to make diesis, where you make diesis and without diesis. I think that there is not just one solution, one answer. For this reason, I think that you can play one time with diesis when there is not written, one time without when it is not written, or also probably without when it's written, because I think in this period the two solution was very free. It's depend for your finger, for your feeling, for what you are. Of course, it's obligatory in the cadenza at the end of the sentence, because if you don't make a diesis, it seems too older music. But in some chord, or in some, for example, sometimes the piece is finished with a, and sometimes it's probably that it's finished ever with diesis, with cheese, with the fis. Probably, but with sharp, and but it's not obligatory. It's depend of what you're feeling. Then there is some note that seems be part from a trillo, modo 2, battuta bar 15. Quel bararà seems the end of a trillo. It's probably, and in this case, like in Frescobaldi, like in the periods the same, it's probably that you can make the note, lower note, and after the trillo, or completely the trillo with the higher note, and it is probably that you can play the trillo with the tuku 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 tuku, more than in legatura. This seems more 18th century. I think that better but it's just a suggestion. I played the modo 2. B naturale and B flat. Is it possible? Yes, is it possible? Not obligatory, but it's possible. And I like this. In the modo 3 there is, but the fact that you have not B flat does imply it could be, it's possible. I prefer just at the beginning Si naturale and after Si bemolle B flat. We have a psalm. I look for a dance. Ah, Pavane lacrime. That's wonderful. Pavane lacrime. The melody of Doland. The only thing that I suggested we can change is the last note, that in Doland is double value 2 bar. It's very interesting for us because this is the point of view of a composer, of a good musician of this period. Probably he heard something performed by a lute, singing by people. So there is like something that recorded the way of make variation and division in this period. This was Daphne, not Doland. Modo 2. This is interesting, this rest. This is Van Eyck use a lot of this for the finger. It's very difficult because there is the B flat inside. You have a lot, many fingers, especially the fourth one is not a good finger to move. What we just for finish, there is a lot of things to tell, but how we can use Van Eyck? We can use Van Eyck for some way. The first is for learning the hit parade of this period. This was the melody that Van Eyck remember better. It was more famous, that the people know better because he was playing for someone. And if you play a piece that nothing know, is not good. You have to play the pieces that the people recognize. And it's wonderful Pavane, it's wonderful Malchamp, excuse me, or something similar. First. Second is a better way for learning division and variation because it's written perfectly. There is no, of course, there is no mistake, no bad things. So all, if you learn by Van Eyck, you can use in the future in other pieces from this period, for a little before and for after, because some things are never changed. How, for example, this, there is for going for but this is 7 note. You can play 7 note. You have to play 8 note. Sorry. This is 7. You can play if you start after, but you have to play the beginning D. You can play the first D an octave, or this is very elegant. It's similar. Each is fantastic written. This is Pavan, Lacrime, Edo and Daphne. I think that he loved a lot these melodies, so the variation is very complicated. But if you play more simple variation, or Rosamund, or ballet, Saint ballet, France ballet, or you learn better. I think for now is okay. I will explain probably in the future some single piece. Bye bye.